Today we will talk about Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was born in the town of Braunau am Inn in Austria on April 20th, 1889. His early life was marked by numerous challenges, as his family struggled financially. After his father's death when Hitler was 13, he had to fend for himself as he embarked on life's journey. After a brief stint of successful political work in Munich, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, which later became known as the Nazi Party. However, the term Nazi didn't emerge until the 1930s. In 1921, he was appointed as the leader of the party, and he steered it towards expansion and success through propaganda and incitement against Jews, communists, and other minorities. Hitler's entry into politics began in late 1919 when he joined the German Workers' Party, which later evolved into the Nazi Party. His speeches, characterized by racism and nationalism, attracted attention and garnered him a supportive base. Hitler worked diligently to build his support base, and despite the failure of his famous coup attempt in 1923, known as the Beer Hall Putsch, he utilized his time in prison to write his book, Mein Kampf, which laid the intellectual foundations for his political movement. Since then, Hitler succeeded in building a strong political force that supported him in the 1930 elections and expanded his influence significantly, paving the way for his rise to power in 1933. Hitler's rise to power in Germany in 1933 was facilitated by a combination of political maneuvering, economic turmoil, and social unrest. The Great Depression had left Germany economically devastated, and the Weimar Republic, the democratic government established after World War I, struggled to address the country's challenges. Amidst this turmoil, Hitler and the Nazi Party capitalized on widespread dissatisfaction with the status quo. Through propaganda, mass rallies, and promises of national renewal, Hitler garnered significant support, particularly from the middle and working classes. The Nazis also exploited people's fears and prejudices, scapegoating minority groups such as Jews, communists, and others for Germany's problems. The 1932 elections, the Nazi Party became the largest party in the Reichstag, though they did not secure an outright majority. However, in January 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor by President Paul von Hindenburg, who believed he could be controlled. In power, Hitler swiftly consolidated his control by passing the Enabling Act, which effectively granted him dictatorial powers. He used these powers to suppress political opposition, dismantle democratic institutions, and establish a totalitarian regime. The Night of the Long Knives in 1934 saw the elimination of potential rivals within the Nazi Party, further solidifying Hitler's grip on power. By exploiting Germany's economic hardships, exploiting societal divisions, and using ruthless political tactics, Hitler was able to ascend to absolute power and transform Germany into a fascist dictatorship. Hitler waged several wars during his reign, including World War II, 1939-1945. It began with the invasion of Poland in September 1939, leading Britain and France to declare war on Germany. The war extended to fronts in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Balkan Campaign, 1940-1941. Germany launched military attacks on Balkan countries like Yugoslavia and Greece to secure strategic positions and expand its influence in the region. Invasion of the Soviet Union, 1941-1945. In June 1941, Germany launched an attack on the Soviet Union in Operation Barbarossa, aiming to occupy vast territories and destroy communist power. North African Campaign, 1940-1943. German and Italian forces launched an offensive in North Africa to expand their control in the region and secure strategic sea lanes. Hitler committed numerous crimes during his reign, among them the Holocaust. Hitler spearheaded a brutal campaign against Jews and other groups deemed undesirable, leading to the genocide of millions of innocents in concentration camps, gas chambers, and massacres. Political persecution. Hitler's regime hunted down, arrested, and killed political opponents, both from the left and the right, to eliminate any form of opposition and strengthen his grip on power. Racial and ideological persecution. Nazis targeted and killed individuals deemed racially impure, such as Romani people, homosexuals, and the disabled, in addition to homosexuals and dissidents. Seizure of lands and properties. The Nazi government confiscated lands and properties of individuals and companies deemed Jewish or hostile to the regime as part of their racial purification and economic expansion policies. As it ended in April 1945 during World War II. There are many theories about how he died, but the official version is that he committed suicide in the lower branch of the German government in Berlin by shooting himself with nerves. Regarding what happened after his death, he had a tremendous impact on the course of the war and its political and military history. And here our story for today ends. I hope you liked it, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you.